The couple didn't spend a penny to buy a mansion worth $20 million, and the owner's only requirement was not to open the locked cellar door. If the cellar was opened, the house would be taken back, but the man didn't believe it. Perhaps there was something terrible hidden in the cellar, or maybe this was some new type of scam. Just as he was suspicious, the real estate agent hired by the wealthy man arrived. She told the couple this was indeed real. They just needed to sign the contract and give it to her, and the house would be transferred to the couple's name. The man didn't immediately agree after hearing this. Instead, he pulled his wife aside, cautious. Jack had some concerns. He didn't believe in such good fortune without effort, and worried he would have to pay a price for it. Lisa had been completely captivated by the mansion. She pointed out that if they bought another house, not only would renovations cost a lot of money, but they would also need to wait until construction was finished before moving in. But this mansion was ready for immediate occupancy without extra expenses, even if it was a trap. She was willing to fall into it. Besides, the owner Henry was a wealthy tycoon. Lisa couldn't imagine what he could possibly want from them. After his wife's persuasion, Jack truly relaxed. The couple readily signed the documents, and afterward, they became the legal owners of the mansion. But ever since moving in, strange things began happening one after another. One night, Jack saw a drunk man standing downstairs. The man looked sad and immediately warned Jack.
You gotta burn it down before it's too late.
Jack felt bewildered, but the drunk man spoke even more seriously,
It's not worth the price. It will destroy you.
then turned and left. Although Jack thought about the cellar that couldn't be opened, he didn't have time to consider these things because today was his housewarming party, and many relatives and friends were waiting for him to host. However, a second strange incident also occurred. A blonde beauty arrived uninvited. She told Lisa she was Jack's colleague and presented jasmine flowers to congratulate them on their new home. Jack immediately became nervous because Mary and he had an inappropriate relationship. Fortunately, his wife knew nothing about it. After dinner, the two of them snuck into the kitchen and arranged to meet again for their next sweet battle. But the next day when Jack went to work, he discovered that Mary had reported him to their supervisor for sexual harassment. Jack was suspended as a result. He couldn't understand why Mary would do this. After returning home, he didn't dare tell his wife, and could only pretend nothing had happened. Thankfully, his wife had resumed working, so Jack wasn't left with nowhere to go. With nothing to do at home, he focused his attention on the cellar door. Jack became increasingly curious about what unspeakable secret was inside, so he decided to use a crowbar to pry open one side of the door to peek in. But he saw nothing, and instead injured his hand. This only fueled his desire to explore further. Jack realized that brute force was useless, so he decided to use his wits. He went to find the house's designer and requested a structural plan of the house, deciding to dig a secret passage to the cellar. Unexpectedly, he learned something strange from the designer. It turned out the previous owner was named Paul, not the wealthy man Henry. Henry was the owner before Paul. Since the deaths of Henry's wife and daughter, the designer hadn't seen Henry for 25 years. This further aroused the man's curiosity. He was determined to see what was hidden in the cellar.